Introducing the all-new Corolla.
For the offense of attempted murder as a first-degree felony, the court hereby sentences you to life imprisonment.
Although Judge Maria Senzon handed down a stiff punishment on Raymond TEDTAOTAO, she took into consideration the arguments and requests of both the prosecution and defense. Assistant Attorney General Brian Gallagher asked for 2 consecutive life sentences, one for the attempted murder charge and the other for 3 felony charges of first-degree robbery, burglary, and aggravated assault. Gallagher pointed out that TEDTAOTAO is a repeat offender who's been in and out of prison since 1988. He also asked that TEDTAOTAO not be eligible for parole. TEDTAOTAO's attorney, Sam Tecker, however, asked that his client be rehabilitated as opposed to just throwing him in jail for life.
The court is well aware of the facts of this case, well aware of the injuries that were inflicted, well aware of the damage that this has done not only to Ms. Piper, but to all the people in Guam who no longer can feel safe in their own homes.
What the government is essentially asking is that Mr. TEDTAOTAO be thrown into jail and locked in jail and throw away the key. Mr. TEDTAOTAO, and what we asked the court to take into account at sentencing, was his lack of guidance use as a youth, his addiction to drugs, his lack of education, and he was a victim of the system, Your Honor.
Before being sentenced, TEDTAOTAO addressed the court for the very first time. He continues to maintain his innocence, but admits that he was contacted by Anthony Mendiola, another defendant who's accused of ransacking Piper's home while TEDTAOTAO gagged, bound, and beat her unconscious.
Too late to say these things, but I was never involved with this crime. Mr. Mendiola did call me. Yes, I called me. He asked me to take him down to the Academy Shopping Center. And you know, Your Honor, to be honest with you, I can't see myself hitting a female. I've never hit a female in my life. Not even my past girlfriends or what. I've never raised a hand at a female.
In her statement, a high-spirited Piper measured the number of years she'll have to suffer just to be physically whole again.
So let's see. I've been sitting around so far completely incapacitated for 9 months. So you owe me 9 months. Then it'll take me 5 years to train back to what I was. So you owe me 5 years. Then I'll have to get my ankle and foot working again. That'll take a long time, probably 19 years. So you owe me 19 years of working my tush off. Finally, might be able to get my hand to grab something. That'll take me a good 10 years.
And while her physical suffering can be measured by years, she says what he stole from her is immeasurable.
Finally, you stole from me the island that I love, friends that are more like family, and races that I ran. Each of those calls for a lifetime sentence.
After hearing all the arguments of the attorneys and the impact statements of the defendant and the victim, Judge Senzon offered her own perspective.
Number one, that his conduct caused significant harm to his victim, as well as to the victim's husband. They have testified that their lives shall never be the same again. Mr. TEDTAOTAO also continues to assert his innocence and takes no responsibility for any of the offenses.
At the conclusion of the hearing, we asked Piper how she felt about the judge's ruling. Here's what she told PNC.
I'm very glad because it means that the people of Guam will be safe once again, and I don't have to worry about all my friends that are there.